Greetings everyone, Bohemian here. Today we are going to take a look at the new 2020 Google ChromeCast with Google TV. Now, ChromeCast has been around for a few years now. They've always been a little dongle that you attach to the TV and control with your phone. This new 2020 Google ChromeCast is a leap forward from that. For the first time it comes with its own remote control, and it's actually got its own little Android TV interface inside it too. Though it's been updated and now they call it Google TV instead of Android TV. I'm assuming that all the other Android TV devices like the NVIDIA Shield will eventually be updated to this new Google TV interface as well, but we'll see if that actually happens or not. This device was not provided to me by Google or anybody else. I paid the usual $49.99 for it at the Google store, just like anybody else would be. And if you'll indulge me in a bit of snarkiness, this is the shipping carton I got from the Google store. The ChromeCast with Google TV is inside it. And I should point out, Google actually shipped this in a box. What a concept. Those of you who have seen my previous review of the Pioneer Blu-ray burner might remember I was a little annoyed with Amazon because they shipped it to me in a bubble envelope, even though this Blu-ray burner was a $100 piece of equipment priced at double what this ChromeCast with Google TV cost. I hope somebody from Amazon is watching. They might learn a little something from Google. Anyway, now that that little bit of snarkiness is over, let's unbox this thing. All right, here we are at the unboxing table. I'm going to cut this shipping carton open. Here is the box. ChromeCast with Google TV. On the side we got some advertising copy. On the back, simple setup, plug, connect, stream. Some more advertising copy on this side. Gobbledygook and UPC on the bottom of the box, and nothing on the top. There it opens on the bottom. Okay. All right, here we have the ChromeCast. I got the white. It is also available in sort of a sky blue and also a orange peachy sunrise type of color. Not available in basic black, so white is what I got. Anyway, that's the ChromeCast. Here is the remote control, also in a matching white. We have your typical wheel providing directional arrow controls, an OK button in the center, back button, Google Assistant button, home button, mute button for the volume, Netflix and YouTube buttons, power on for the TV, and I presume that is an input change button for the TV, and volume rocker on the sides. And inside we have USB-C cable, power brick to plug that USB-C cable into the wall if you don't use your TV's USB port, and some batteries which are the same color as the remote and the ChromeCast itself. Kind of a nice touch. And of course an instruction manual that any self-respecting computer geek will not bother with, but if you're not a computer geek, who knows, might be useful. And that is everything in the box. Actually, one quick thing before we actually hook this up. I'll compare the new Chromecast with Google TV to the Chromecast Ultra that I had in the system before. Notice it's a little bigger, otherwise very similar. Now let's go hook this up. Okay, I've had this a few days to play with, set up things the way I like, set up my apps. Now it's time to let you know what I love about this thing and what few nits I've got to pick. Overall, this thing is fantastic. But when you first set this up, you'll find HDR is on all the time, just like with the TiVo Stream 4K. Whether it's something that's in 4K, whether it's something that's not in 4K, even this device's menus, HDR is on and it looks like crap. Just like the TiVo Stream 4K. However, unlike the TiVo Stream 4K, you can do a long press on the home button on the remote control. That brings up this little nifty menu on the side here. You can go to settings, down to display and sound. There's an option called match content, which for some inexplicable reason, the default setting is off. You want to turn it on. The more expensive and the higher end TV you've got, where HDR makes a bigger difference, the more this setting is important. You want this match content dynamic range setting to be on. Once you've done that, we can go back to the home screen and take a look at some of this stuff here. Tabs for search, for you, movies, TV shows, your apps, and your library. There's a row here of stuff that apparently Google wants to promote, and a row right underneath for top picks for you, which I guess is also shows Google wants to promote. I'm not really sure what the difference is, other than the fact that this row, top picks for you, seems to change every day, whereas this row has had the same content ever since I first activated this thing a couple of days ago. Now, if any of that stuff looks good, you can click on the button. It will take you directly to the service that it's on, and it will start playing the program. I'm going to back out of it here to keep the copyright bots from smacking me down, and we're going to head back out. Same sort of thing when you're watching the top picks. You get a little information screen when you click on it, an opportunity to put it in your Chromecast watch list. I should say this is the default method they choose for you to watch it on. And then if you don't want to watch it on Prime Video, it'll give you a couple other ways to watch it. And you can mark whether you've watched it and give it a rating. Now, if you are looking for something that Google is not temporarily promoting at the moment, you can hit the Google Assistant button on your remote and just tell it what movie you're looking for. The Rise of Skywalker. And up pops the information screen for The Rise of Skywalker, and it starts playing a little trailer in the background. And just watching on Disney Plus is already highlighted, so we're gonna hit it. And that played in really nice 4K and HDR. As you can see underneath the PG-13 rating, it's in 4K, it's in HDR, and it's in 5.1. Now there's a little glitch there on this particular device on the Roku Ultra and the NVIDIA Shield. It plays in Dolby Atmos, but here it's only regular 5.1 channel. Why that is, I don't know. Probably going to be fixed in a firmware update or an app update. But let's back out of here again. and check out Netflix for a minute. And as you may notice on Netflix, we do have Dolby Atmos. Now, on the NVIDIA Shield and on the Roku Ultra, no Atmos, but here we do have Atmos. So I'm guessing you have to pick your poison as to which service you want to watch on which device. Because this one gets Atmos and the other two don't. And on Disney Plus, the other two get Atmos and this one doesn't. And this picture is nothing short of stunning. Detail is impeccable, and the Dolby Atmos surround sound is incredible. Which brings me to a bit of a glitch again. DC Universe is a service that has lots of 4K HDR content. As you can see on the top, 4K Ultra HD and HDR. But as you'll soon see, once this thing loads up and starts playing, no HDR. Even though it says it's supposed to have it. I've tried this several times. That happens every time. No HDR. The HDR is fine and dandy on the Roku Ultra and on the NVIDIA Shield. So there's some sort of a glitch in the ChromeCast. Compounding it, when you go back to Netflix after DC Universe failed to play in HDR, Netflix fails to play in HDR. I have no idea why that happens, but it does, and it's something that needs to be worked on in the next firmware update. And one more tidbit of information I need to pass along. If you happen to use the Plex app and you have a Plex Pass and have an HD home run tuner and use the Plex Pass DVR and live TV function, the first time you go into Plex, you will find when you start playing live TV, you get dropouts galore.
Also showing up. Lots of clouds moving back in.
Unacceptable. However, there's a workaround. Go down to Settings. Go down to Advanced. And the setting for Enable New Video Player. Turn it off. The new video player is apparently not liking the ChromeCast with Google TV. So when you go back and play it with the old video player,
For 70s to low 80s. A quick shower Monday with a cold front, that will mean a change. Cooler.
no problem.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Now that problem does not extend to playing back shows you've already recorded. It's only on live TV for some reason. I'm assuming this is in Plex, but if you go off and do something else for a while, watch something else, live your life, go to work, and come back to Plex, you'll find that the new video player is back on again and you get the dropouts again. So you have to go back into settings and put the old video player back on again. I hope you don't get the idea that I don't like this player. Quite the opposite. The nitpicks that I've been nitpicking are all pretty minor glitches, and I assume they are going to be easily solved with firmware updates and or app updates. Overall, I think this device is awesome. Picture quality is phenomenal. Sound quality is even better. And those are the two main criteria for a streaming player for me. I like this new interface better than the NVIDIA Shield or the Roku for that matter. Throw in the fantastic picture and sound quality and this thing is a winner, or at least it will be after a firmware update or two. But I would like to know what you guys think. Are you guys planning on buying this thing? Do you have one already? What's your opinion of it? Do you think it's better than the NVIDIA Shield or the Roku Ultra or the Fire TV Stick? Are you planning on getting one of those devices instead of this? Give me some pros and cons. What do you think down below? And if you found this video informative or at least mildly amusing, I'd greatly appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe buttons. And if you want to be notified of the next video I upload, hit that notify bell too. And I'm going to call it a day here. Catch you in the next one.